Okay. Hello everyone. You all may know me as Mr. Speedless Jiha, or Speed, or the public relations guy who denied selling a certain game to a publisher. Better to call me Speed. So, I'm pretty much the owner of Dughoo Sub, at least the Roblox side of it. Dughoo, a fairly unknown game developer who has passion, even if the games are janky somewhat, has abandoned Roblox entirely to work on independent games. Which means I'm the one cleaning up all the mess, finishing up an unfinished game, and also backfixing everything I can. This video will be spread into different sections as a way to categorize everything better, and if you just want to skip straight into the state of your current favorite games, or you want a rundown of some specific stuff that's already happened. Yeah, I know you all. Yeah, don't lie to me. So, let's stop with the chatter and let's begin with the video. First off, I would like to start with my story with Dughoo's Hub. I found Dughoo's Hub around 2023 with his game Ao Oni Forgotten Puzzles, back when Dughoo was known as Slendytubbies, which I'm sure the KFMOD people can't recognize him as a name that was constantly popping up in a lot of add-ons. I played Ao Oni Forgotten Puzzles a lot, like unhealthy amounts of a lot, and joined his Discord server in that time and kept a close eye on his projects. One got my attention, a game called Kuro-Oni Classic Multiplayer, which I also played, although not as much as Forgotten Puzzles, and I got an idea for it. What if I made a map for it? In which I did. I made a map for the game and showed it to Dughoo. Sure, it had a lot of issues, but he was impressed with the potential it had, including its blackout system. Although the map has been left unfinished because I lost all motivation to work on it. I was really inexperienced back then. I just wanted to create something that could be enjoyed by people, even if it wasn't that good of a quality. I always believed the intention is what mattered, even when you lacked on certain skills. That is when my friendship with Dughoo started. He invited me to work on Ao Oni Forgotten Puzzles story mode, and the rest is history. We started working together up to the point I was in most of the projects back in those days, including his personal ones, and then Dughoo's Hub. It was the most happy time of my life, finally being a part of a game development group. My younger and more ambitious self will be more than happy to know this, yet we know life never always plays fair. Which is where the next point begins. Why did Dughoo abandon Roblox? So, Roblox has started to do horrible choices in managing its own platform the more time passed. For example, ID verification, age checks, age groups, chat restrictions, Roblox Plus, needing Roblox Plus to publish your games to a broader age audience, even constant segregation among age groups with the implementation of Roblox Kids and Roblox Select. Dughoo hated it all, but still needed to continue Champion Joe 2. That is until Roblox Plus and needed to publish games to a broader audience was announced. And that's not all. The decision to pay robots to even publish the game was also announced. It became his breaking point that he instead decided to release Champion Joe 2 in its current unfinished state. And at the same time, Rocky Joe Rising Fist got bought by Roblox. And after all of these events, Dughoo went independent to work on Unity. Because of this, Dughoo's Hub, the Roblox group itself, no longer has a developer who kept it going and pushing new games. Boss, top guy, you name him. Which means it now falls onto me, the guy who just got stuff for him, to pick up the work that remains and finish it. What will this mean for Dughoo's Hub in general? Dughoo will continue developing games, as it is his passion, but will be in Unity, in his own style, the same one you've been seeing during all his latest games. However, on the Roblox side, all of its responsibilities will fall onto me now. I went from being the secondary coder who tried to keep all the games together, to now being the one who keeps the Roblox side of Dughoo's Hub going, even after it's mainly left the Roblox community altogether. I am really busy with IRL stuff, and not only that, juggling between developing some pending projects, work, and now backfixing, so really expect slow updates and patches on all I can do on Dughoo's Hub, as I'm not the one getting paid to fix all of this. Sorry about that, but that's how life goes. I need to pay the bills, so it's on lower priority. What will happen to unfinished games? It depends. Some cannot be done because either the idea was not mine and it wasn't even started, not enough people to keep working on it, or the idea is so ambitious it's best to put it in the back burner indefinitely. However, there are some others which can be done, either because they are advanced enough that I can finish, the idea is mine, or that there is still enough people to work on it and finish it and release it. However, there are special cases such as Champion Joe 2. It is advanced and public, but I don't know how to work on it since I wasn't involved in its development. Since I was condemned to work on another project that's still yet to be finished and published under Dughoo's Hub. I cannot promise to finish Champion Joe 2, so don't expect me to say I'm working on it. Sorry, Ashita no Joe fans. The futures of already released games. They will be worked on, mainly on bug fixing, adding new features, optimization, and many more things that I know I'm able to work with. Or while even re-release new versions of already old games such as Ao Oni Forgotten Puzzle Story Mode and some of the online games, such as fixing critical bugs on them or even fixing what I can. Ao Oni Blood Online is discontinued. It won't be worked on. Sorry for the two fans of Ao Oni Blood Online. Now, this section was short, mainly because there are dedicated sections to each group of games that are published under Dughoo's Hub. So let's get right into it. First one I would like to talk about is Ashita no Joe, Rookie Joe Rising Fist, and Champion Joe 2. I'm not too sure I can work with this. I'm not well versed into combat systems, nor even FPS systems. It always felt too complicated for my brain to understand. Mainly build models and guns for FPS, animations for both, modeling for both, specifically animations. Oh god, the animations I make are hell incarnate. And Dughoo's way of handling chapters is unique in a sense. It will take me time to understand how that works, the cinematics and everything. I might push around fixes every once in a while, but otherwise, the Ashita no Joe series of games are low priority as of now. All the Ao Oni hack and slash games, Ao Oni 2 Vengeance, Ao Oni 3 Reckoning, and Ao Oni 4 Requiem. I might be able to work with this, since it's pretty much done and last I've seen, the combat system is perfectly working as intended on all three titles. I don't need to work on that, I just need to fix any other bug that isn't related to the combat system. If there's any bug with the combat system, well, tough luck I guess. Blame Roblox. The Other Ao Oni Games. Hilariously enough, I'm working on one right now, which has been leaked on the Dughoo's Hub page, which will be in the description by the way. But it's still being worked on at a slow pace due to its ambition. Almost a whole year from the time I rented the script, it's still being worked on. Ao Oni Rerun can be worked on for better functionality and balancing and making the music properly work in the near future. However, with the other games, I'm torn between them. From one side, I love to give them fixes, make them work again, all that, give them the shine that they didn't come for them in their time. But at the same time, they are so old. Their code is unstable even by lifetime standards. It's like a ticking time bomb waiting to explode and break the illusion that this game is playable. Who knows, maybe in the future I'll re-release remasters of those games if I get the chance to. Otherwise, don't expect pieces of the old Ao Oni games. Sorry. Slendytubbies, Revitalized Reign, Resurgence, and to the Reincarnated. There are two titles in this list that I can mostly work with actually. I made their server browser systems go, so I know how it works, which means I can fix any server browser related issue without needing to struggle with learning its code again. And since it doesn't have any complex system, aside from the gun system in Revitalized Reign that needs reworking, I can try and fix in most of its servers, mainly map related and mechanic related. The two games, which are Revitalized Reign and 2D Reincarnated, are my most favorite games ever. Specifically Revitalized Reign. I want to add more stuff to it, fixes, making it more playable and enjoyable, fits the fact that survival is the most boring one, AI pathfinding, enemy collision, classic flashlight not being unlocked after completing the classic map, everything. I want to fix everything. So Slendytubbies Revitalized Reign is on a high priority, which is the game as my background gameplay footage. Slendytubbies 2D Reincarnated, it's almost on the same level since it's more of sprite issues and flashlight mechanic. I can fix those when I get the time to. Resurgence, I think it'll be fine. Unless you'll tell me to fix it, then it's on a low priority otherwise. KFMOD Remake and KFMOD Restore. No idea if I can fix all of their issues. A video about these two games has released, and while I agree with a lot of its criticism, I don't know if I'm up for the task of fixing these games as a whole. Don't get me wrong, I would also love to since I helped make KFMOD Remake, but even I got limits on a lot of stuff, yet I'm willing to try. I, however, cannot promise in a good conscience that I can fix both games of all their flaws. The video I'm talking about will be in the description. Go check it out. SCP Games, SCP Alphaback, SCP Secret Lab MEGAPATCH 2, and SCP Protocol Red. Same as others, I'm not too sure if I can work with this. I originally was working on a customization system for SCP Alphaback until it got cancelled and discontinued. I didn't work on SCP MEGAPATCH, so I don't know how to work with this one sadly, so sorry to all of the fans of this one game. And SCP Protocol Red, well, that's a whole other controversy for later. Last I've heard, someone else took up the position to work with this game, I think. I might be wrong, so I will either edit it or put up a comment explaining the entire situation. Dughoo's Game Hub. This is a tough one for me to choose. I was the one making the Game Hub, a way to get all games together in one spot and as a pastime to keep myself from burning out. I had way too many ideas and was dead set on making them all a reality. However, I never got to properly finishing it, and it got to its current state, unfinished and weird looking. A really good concept that never got time and dedication to be properly realized. While it's not a game per se, I'm more than willing to work on it more than the demand of it should be high. Does Dughoo's Hub have any game concepts that won't ever come to life? Two that I know of. Oni Killer, which happens during Ao Oni 3 Reckoning and before Ao Oni 4 Requiem, happens on the city where Ao Oni 4 Requiem happens, which was going to be the introduction of a faction to the lore, the Oni Killing Agency, formed by someone who followed Hiroshi's moves and actions and decided to create the agency to fight the Oni invasion in general, since it was more worldwide than what it seemed in the games. Well, on this one concept, the city was being flooded by Onis, coming in infinitely, and in fear of the outbreak carrying out of the city, the agency is deployed to fight off any and all Onis inside the city, which is where the players come in. It was intended to be PvE and also combo based as all the other Ao Oni hack and slash games. Not like co-op with a group and all that, but it's more like those open world type games. I think I made myself clear, I hope. And the second concept, which was Dughoo's Hub All Stars. The concept was a Smash Bros. Based fighting game in which you could choose to play as any character of all of the Dughoo's Hub games in general, have a specific moves that tie to them, and fight each other, either until you died or get sent to outside the boundaries. It even had a boss fight plan to unlock a character and even unlocking the upgrade of another character. Those two concepts will never be brought to life, not after Dughoo's departure. In conclusion, still going from this point even after all of this will be hard for me. Even with all the expectations piled up and everything that must be done, even with all my current responsibilities on top, I'm still willing to work on Dughoo's Hub's games after all of this, even if it takes way too long, either by any reasons whatsoever. Not because my happiest memories are in this community, and not because my career started here, but because people still join even after Dughoo left Roblox, so I'm willing to suffer with them until Roblox fully crashes and burns, and then move on to another engine to work on my games. Like that one Project Moon game I'm working with two other people, because we hate Archive, and we want Archive to get to its downfall and be casted into oblivion because we hate its community, and the gankers. Your god, the gankers like they came from with deep work and all of a sudden. Too much of topic for a single video. In conclusion, Dughoo's Hub, at least on the Roblox side, will continue to exist and be worked upon, although really slowly. Really slowly. This has been all. I hope this video informed you enough about the status of Dughoo's Hub, and where I'm going with my life after I stop uploading my videos. Feel free to unsubscribe or subscribe, I don't know, I'm not forcing you to do it, it's your choice. And yes, my upload schedule would be madly inconsistent because I'm not able to win money about it, so I got no incentive on uploading any videos unless I feel like it. And for any people asking me about any other games not covered in this video, I'll address those in Dughoo's Hub Discord server, or in the comments of this video itself, so feel free to ask about them. I'm more than willing to answer every single comment ever about this. This was Mr. Speedos Jiha, and I'll be telling you all that goodbye and good night. Check the description for related stuff.